Hello everybody, welcome back to another game collection update. Now I know it's been a while, since I did one of these because the last one was spring of 2022, and yeah, April of last year, so it's been almost a whole year since I last did one of these. But obviously, because of that, this is going to be the biggest one I've ever done, since obviously, there's a lot to look at, okay, a lot to look at here. So, the big one is, well, I got that PlayStation 5. I got that back in October, and, yeah, I've had a great time with it. I've been streaming on this channel, several games on here, and, yeah, anyways, I've been having a, great time with next gen. But yeah, anyways, so for actual games here, well, I guess let's see, I'll start with, in order, games I got first. So I believe, since update number 4 is the first game I got here, some Xbox stuff. We got Hot Wheels Unleashed for Xbox One. This is a really good game. I really like it. Great arcade racer, since, you don't really see many of those nowadays other than, like, Need for Speed. Like, that's basically the only arcade racer left is Need for Speed, so seeing something like this, like Hot Wheels Unleashed, this is a really good game, and anyone that enjoys, like, arcade racers or whatever, I highly recommend trying this game if you haven't already. Yeah, there's Hot Wheels Unleashed. Next up here is Geometry Wars 3 Dimensions Evolved. Now, okay, I got this game at Big Lots. Yeah, I found it at a Big Lots because they have games now, I guess. I don't know, it was the first time I ever seen games at a Big Lots. I remember the only other game they had there, they had a bunch of Xbox One copies of Geometry Wars 3. And then for some reason they had a bunch of Xbox 360 copies of Dragon Age Inquisition for some reason. I don't know why, just a bunch of copies of Dragon Age Inquisition for Xbox 360. So that was weird. But I mean, hey, this game was $1, and I've heard of the series. I hadn't played it up to this point. Well, I know they were on like the 360 in the first two games. But yeah, this is actually a pretty fun little arcade style shooter. It is really good. I mean, for kind of just a fun game to sink some time into, it's actually pretty fun for what it is. So yeah, Geometry Wars 3, pretty good game. Okay, so I believe after that, I would have, well, now let's talk about the PlayStation games here. First PS5 game I got was Spider-Man Miles Morales. I really enjoy this game. I streamed a little bit of my New Game Plus playthrough on this channel, since I had already played through it, but I was streaming some New Game Plus, and yeah, this is a great game. Now, the funny thing is, I have not played Spider-Man 2018, the PS4 game, which got a remaster. Since I got PS Plus, since I have PS Plus, I'll probably eventually go and play the remaster Spider-Man 2018. So I've heard that is great as well, and honestly, it's kind of weird playing Miles Morales before the first game, but anyways, but yeah, this is a really good game, and, very first, physical game, for the PS5, as well as just, I mean, actually, no, never mind, not next gen, because I have a bunch of, like, Series X games over there, if you can't really see them, but a little blurry, but yeah, I can, anyways, so not first next gen game, because I already have plenty of physical Series X games, even though I don't actually have a Series X. I'm playing them on Xbox One, but they're still technically Series X games. But anyways, Miles Morales is a great game. Okay, next up, let's see, then we got, like 3 PS4 games to go through here. Okay, first up, Rustward. It's just kind of a random one. It was like a cheap, clearance game at GameStop. It's alright. It's basically like a medieval version of like the old, like classic GTA games, like GTA 1 and 2 and London and stuff. So it's top down like that. I mean, for what it is, it's alright. It's fine, I guess. It's something. It's one of the games of all time. Definitely a game that exists. So, yeah, that's something. Rustward is a game. Next up, here we got Gran Turismo Sport. Now, I mean, yeah, I've played Gran Turismo in the past. I'm not the biggest GT fan. I definitely prefer Forza. Although, like, the music in these games are great. That's probably my favorite thing about the Gran Turismo series is, like, the music and the sort of atmosphere it has. You don't really get that in any other racer. But, yeah, great game. Like, really the only I played, like, tiny bits of Gran Turismo 3 and 4 on PS2, and I do have Gran Turismo 5 Prologue on the PS3. GT Sport's great game. I know Gran Turismo 7 has come out. Like, this was cheap. This was like $15 on Amazon. And like looking at gameplay of GT7, honestly, it barely looks any different. Like, it even has the same HUD. Like, the HUD in Sport in 7 are literally the same. But yeah, next up, we got Persona 5 Strikers, or Persona 5 Scramble in Japan. This is a great game. It's basically, if you ever played something like Dynasty Warriors, Hyrule Warriors, stuff like that, it's basically a Persona 5 version of that kind of gameplay. And it's also a sequel, and like the story itself is a sequel to the original P5. It's a good game. I enjoy it. I actually remember, I did like some like old Let's Play video, like early 2020 when the Japanese demo for the game came out. I remember doing like a Let's Play of that on like the Switch version, of Persona 5 Scramble, and yeah, that was something. Anyways, yeah, this is a great game. I mean, anyone who enjoys the original Persona 5 or Royal, will definitely like this game as well. So yep, there's Persona 5 Strikers. Well, let's see, next up, I believe, I guess we're gonna go on to the Christmas games, I believe. Yeah, there weren't any physical games, after, okay. Anyways, you know what, I'll just start here with the Xbox games. Alright, first off, SnowRunner for the Series X and Xbox One. It's a game. It's not really for me. I just got it, but I mean, I remember trying it on Game Pass like 2 years ago, and it's alright. Just I guess these games aren't really for me, so I mean, okay, it's cool, but probably not gonna be a game I'll put too much time into. But I mean, hey, looks very good. And clearly a lot of effort went into the game, so you can appreciate that. Anyways, next up we got great value effort. I mean, Back 4 Blood. Okay, this is a game. I have the steelbook over there for it as well. Yep, it is a game, alright, but yeah, it is literally just, like, bootleg Left 4 Dead. Because it's sort of the same developers, because it's Turtle Rock, but, like, only, like, 6 or 7 people that actually worked on Left 4 Dead, like the original Left 4 Dead 1 and 2, actually worked on Back 4 Blood. So when it says the creators from Left 4 Dead, like 6 people who worked on Left 4 Dead actually worked on this game. Like, the people that really made Left 4 Dead were Valve. And yeah, like it has some like dumb guard system, and I don't know, it just doesn't feel as nice as something like, it doesn't feel as replayable or just easy to go into as like something like Left 4 Dead 2, which I have Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 on PC, and those are amazing games, still hold up really well today. But Back 4 Blood, it's just alright. It's there, I guess. Definitely a game that exists. I'll say that and put the steelbook there as well. Oh boy, okay. Next up here, we got, okay, the Grand Theft Auto. Okay, Grand Theft Auto, the trilogy, the definitive edition, or just call it like the definitive trilogy or something. Like, why is it like two those? It's just dumb. Anyways, this is a little infamous because, well, it's a GTA definitive trilogy. I think you already know why. Yeah, so this has remasters of GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. These are, yeah, I would just rather play the, like, I literally have the original versions of GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas on Steam. I mean, it's alright, but, like, the graphics look like The Sims. Like, this looks like a Sims mod. Like, look at Claude here. Like, pretty sure someone is most definitely, like, put these character models in, like, The Sims 3 or 4 or something. Like, they've definitely, they look like Sims characters. Anyways, I've spent some time in all three of these games, and, I mean, they're still good games at their core, you know, the PS2 GTA trilogy, but, like, yeah, I would just rather play the originals personally, so, yeah. But anyways, there's the GTA Definitive Trilogy for Xbox, and now the last Xbox game here is Hades. Now, I've heard great things about this game. I've yet to actually play it. I've heard this is a really good game, and, yeah, I mean, I never really watched anything about it. Yeah, I know it's a great, like, roguelike, or whatever, but, yeah, and it, like, this is a good game to have physical, because it actually comes with some nice goodies, other than some, soundtrack code, and then white paper. This is actually pretty cool. It comes with, like, this whole, yeah, it basically just shows off, like, all the, the character compendium. Yeah, it just shows, like, all the characters in the game, but, like, yeah, it's all, like, full color and nice and stuff, like, yeah, that's quite cool. So yeah, cool bone. I wasn't expecting to see that in a modern physical game, but yeah, that is actually pretty cool. I'll get around to playing it eventually. Just I've kind of been busy with other games, as you see with all these games here, and also catching up on games I've actually had for a while, but I'm only really getting around to playing them. Like, just recently, like a few days ago, I beat BioShock Infinite for the first time, and oh boy, what a game. Like, banger of a game, and also that ending. Oh boy, what an ending. That game, I feel like it's about to turn 10 years old. Oh, I forgot, yeah, so here's the one Switch game I got for this whole thing. No More Heroes 3. I had never played a game in the series before this, but I'd always wanted to try No More Heroes. You know, like the first two games on the Wii and stuff. And, yeah, this always looked like a really cool series. And I know its developer, you know, Suda51, he's made other great games as well, like Killer 7. Let's see, Killer is Dead? I heard that was a pretty good game. Probably some other ones I'm just forgetting, but, anyways, this is, yeah, I'm really liking No More Heroes 3 so far. And, I'm probably gonna go back and, like, get, the first two games physical as well. Probably not their Switch copies, because, you know, those were limited run games, which are, like, really expensive, obviously, so I'd probably try to go for, like, original Wii copies, just to get them physical. Anyways, now on to the Christmas PS5 games. Okay, first up, the Quarry, or the Quarry, I think it's the Quarry. I have not even played this yet. Although I have played a game very similar to that being Until Dawn, because it's the same developer, Supermassive. And yeah, I really really like Until Dawn. That is an amazing game. Kind kind of similar to Telltale games, I guess, but kind of feels like your choices matter more, I guess. Yeah, I'm excited to try this game since I really enjoy Until Dawn. So I'll get around to playing this game at some point. But yeah, there's the query for PS5. Next up, we got Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart for PS5 as well. This is the first PS5 physical game I've had that is actually only on PS5. This just a remasters PS4 games. That's on PS4. Miles Morales, that's on PS4. Or they're also coming to like PC as well. It's like my first physical PS5 game that's actually only on the PS5. Who knows, that could age like milk, because considering like recently, very, very good chance this game like gets a PC port or something. It will probably end up coming to PC. So, yeah. But yeah, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, really enjoying that game so far. I'm currently streaming through it on this channel. And, yeah, I would still say my favorite game in the series would still be, like, the original 2002 PS2 game, but Rift Apart is probably, I definitely already like it more than, like, the 2016 PS4 game. But yeah, Rift Apart is a really good game, and, one of the best exclusives on the PS5. Well, I mean, it doesn't have very many exclusives, but yeah, anyways. The last PS5 game here is Uncharted, the Legacy of Thieves collection. This includes remasters of Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy. I streamed through Uncharted 1 and 2 on this channel as well, and I really like the Uncharted series. I've played all 3 of the PS3 games, and yeah, I was playing some Uncharted 4 little like a week ago. I'm currently on chapter 8 of Uncharted 4 right here. But yeah, I am really liking Uncharted 4 so far. Like, a lot of people say Uncharted 4 is like the best one. Previously, my favorite was like Uncharted 2, but as I play more of this game, it will probably become my favorite. But like, Uncharted 2 is still like amazing. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I'll get around to probably streaming Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy at some point, but I still gotta stream through Uncharted 3. I've already played that on my own time, but I want to stream through that before doing 4 and Lost Legacy live. Yeah, anyways. So we got 2 games left. So here's one more PS4 game. That being SMT3 Nocturne HD. Now this is, okay, kind of, actually no, not my first SMT game, because I've played like an English translation of the PS1 version of Shin Megami Tensei 1. I was actually emulating that on my Wii. Yeah, that's something. Yeah, anyways, I really like this game. I'm really liking it so far. I've only played like about the first hour of Nocturne. But I mean, as someone that started with Persona and stuff, no, SMT is really, really good. Yeah, I like the differences it has from Persona, and yeah. I mean, hey, anyone that has played Persona at all, I'd recommend giving SMT a try. This is a great starting point since Nocturne's like one of the best. It's mainline game, and it's easily accessible since it's on PS4, Switch, PC. Like it's literally on like all modern consoles except like all modern platforms except Xbox. But considering Persona has been doing well on Xbox, I feel like it's kind of inevitable until like Nocturne HD gets ported to Xbox or something. But yep, there's Nocturne HD, and now we only got one game left, being Persona 4 for the PS2. Now, this is a game I've been wanting to get for my physical collection for like a while. I mean, I've already played, because I've played Persona 4 Golden on like the PS Vita and stuff. This is the original vanilla release, but like, I just wanted to own Persona 4 physically, since actual Vita physical copies of Golden are like super expensive. And also, I mean, this comes with some nice physical bonuses because, you know, a manual, you aren't going to get that with Golden. And also, it comes with the game's soundtrack on CD here, so that's really, I mean, it's not the whole soundtrack, but it's a pretty good chunk. Like, it basically has all the tracks you would, like, want. And yeah, it is also just interesting playing the game. Like, playing the original PS2 version after playing Golden like, you know, honestly, you can tell, like, it was kind of easy to tell in Golden, like, what was the new content added in that, like, wasn't in the original game, because they kind of felt shoehorned in. Like, you know, stuff like Marie, or like that one part you had to, like, randomly go out in the middle of the night to, like, go get some, like school gym clothes or whatever. Those aren't in this because, well, you know, they did feel pretty shoehorned in Golden. But yeah, this is great to have, you know, for the collection. And I'm probably gonna get Persona 3 FES on PS2 at some point as well. But yeah, I mean, there aren't too many physical PS2 games I want to get, since most of, like, the best ones, you know, they got, like, HD remasters on the PS3, like the Ratchet and Clank games, Jak and Daxter, Jak and Daxter, Sly Cooper, God of War, Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3. The Silent Hill HD collection was, well, anyways, yeah, probably the only other PS2 games I would get other than, like, P3 would, I guess, Digital Devil Saga 1 and 2, since it doesn't look like those, like, I was thinking maybe they'll get, like, an HD remaster, like Nocturne, but, I mean, Nocturne HD at this point came out 2 years ago, and there's no sight of anything, so, I mean, maybe they'll make remasters eventually, but I guess I'll just get the original PS2 versions of Digital Devil Saga 1 and 2, and then maybe the PS2 versions of, like, Yakuza 1 and 2 as well. But yeah. Anyways, that was something, wasn't it? Look at all those games. This is the biggest collection update I've ever done. But yeah, it's nice to do this again. And, yeah, anyways, I'll see you guys whenever I do number 6. Who knows how long that could be. Like, I'll probably get around to doing these a bit more frequently. I don't know. But yeah, anyways, see you guys next time.